Found out in a ridiculous way. She was texting the guy across the couch from me, acting secretive and partially hiding the screen with her hand. Something so strange that I went Inspector Gadget with my phone camera and quietly zoomed in from where I was sitting. It was a bit blurry, but I could make out the text of my wife complimenting another man for his take charge attitude and how says it, that it is, and how much she loves that about him. He is texting back that he is sassy too, and they exchange blush and kiss emojis. They go on to make small chat about each other's dream vacation plans. She comments that, "I never want to, so anything," and he laughs at what a loser I am. My heart was pounding out of my chest as I tried to not react while reading this. We were living together for 12 years, married for 1. Would have married earlier if pandemic didn't delay things. I'm retired from the military with disability from some overseas stuff and have been going back to school while going through therapy. I will admit to having issues like night terrors, anxiety, being moody, negative sometimes. I have been doing weekly therapy to work on this stuff. I've never done anything disrespectful towards her, but I can understand that having a personality like that can be a drag to be around. I've always tried to love her and give her everything she asked for. We have a house together. My family saw and treated her as a second daughter. I was close with her parents. I cooked 7 days a week for her. I'd set up her foot soaker for her when she had a long day at work. Would make sure I made her tea just right in the morning. She started a new job last spring. I thought things were going great. We were both moving in a positive direction. I was going to school. She was moving up in her career. In hindsight, I missed so many warning signs. Taking up a new hobby, violin. Starting to get more dressed up for work, wearing perfume when she never did before. Wearing jewelry to work, when previously this was something she only did on special occasions. Turns my stomach a bit looking back at the times she asked me to help her put on a necklace. I got before work, knowing now she was wearing it to look nice for some other guy. I was so blind and foolish. After I read the Sezzy time exchange, I confronted her immediately. Really foolish, I know, but I was being emotional instead of calculating. I was in shock. I didn't become enraged, but I demanded to know the truth. Everything. She panicked, started crying, making things up, trying to downplay it all. It was just texting, she never met him, blah blah. For the last week she has been truthing it out to me. While she deleted the messages and refuses to tell me the name of AP, she admitted that it was somebody she met who works in the same building her new job is at. Supposedly, he approached her and asked for her number. She said she had been feeling lonely, so she gave it to him. He is also married and has kids. Apparently they bonded by complaining about their mutually horrible marriages. She says they would meet for lunch or sometimes hang out in the parking lot. She says they only kissed. I asked if they ever met for one-on-one time outside of that, and she became evasive and wouldn't give a straight answer. I can only assume there has been more than kissing. This has turned my entire life upside down. I've never been a big crier, but I've been spending quite a bit of time quiet crying into the pillow. I haven't told any of my family yet, but I believe I will do so tomorrow. As far as forgiveness goes, that might be possible one day. But I think that this marriage is over. It's so hard to believe that someone you saw as a soulmate could ever do this. Hey there. I'm really sorry about what you're going through. Dealing with infidelity is incredibly tough, and it's okay to feel all sorts of emotions right now. First off, it might be a good idea to seriously consider separating from your wife. Infidelity can really damage trust and the foundation of a relationship. Take some time to think about what's best for you and your well-being. Next, reach out for support from friends, family, or even a therapist if you're seeing one. Talking things through can help you gain clarity and figure out your next steps. Lastly, remember that you deserve to be in a relationship where you feel respected and valued. Don't rush into any decisions, but prioritize your own happiness and what's best for you in the long run. Take care of yourself during this tough time. When your wife said they only kissed, it's likely they had sex already. Cheaters always minimize the scope of their cheatings to make them seem less serious. Make sure to tell all your families and friends about her affair and get it all out of your chest. The fact that she is refusing to name her AP shows that she is trying to protect him from you. Try to find her AP by your phone account and contact his partner to let her know about the affair. See a shark divorce lawyer and know all your options. It will take time, but you will heal and move on, so take good care of yourself first. All the best. First of all, Don't accept the blame shifting and finger pointing. This is what happens all the time. A guy comes up and shows the affection of a wannabe prospect faking it all. The wife finds the NRE and starts finding unnecessary faults in her husband. This is a story as old as the wheel. Lol. Let me tell you this. When people cheat, they create this delusion in their mind that their partners are lacking. This is to justify the cheating part. Happens all the time. Now, in most of these posts, I see one thing common. The husband rug sweep him because they are gaslighted so badly that they believe it to be true. Why else would she cheat? Maybe I came short. And then they convince themselves that if they do the pick-me dance, unknowingly, she will come back. Biggest mistake ever. So I, 25F, have been friends with Riley, 25F, since middle school, and we were pretty much best friends. She started dating my brother, 27M. Sometime after college, they got engaged, and they were supposed to marry this June. I really thought it was such a sweet and wholesome relationship. My brother really loved her. A lot. I could not be happier for both of them. Last week, however, one of my friends from our friend group confessed to me that Riley had an affair with her coworker for many months before she put a stop to it. This happened a year ago. The mutual friend said she felt extremely guilty holding the secret, especially since we were so close to the wedding, and she wanted to let me know. She said Riley was extremely repentant about it for a long time and promised she would never do it again. I was horrified. I knew this would break my brother because he put so much effort into the relationship and he was so excited for the wedding. I had known Riley for so many years, I had never even thought she was the type to do this, especially to my brother, who was literally the sweetest and kindest possible human being to her. I had some really dark thoughts, and I really wanted Riley to feel the same emotional pain that my brother was going to feel soon. I really didn't think ending the relationship was going to cause Riley any pain, because it was clear Riley never really loved my brother at all. Now here's where I might have gone too far, but then again, didn't Riley go too far by cheating on my brother, someone she was also engaged to? Riley was bisexual, and she told very few people that she was. Riley's parents, especially her father, were extremely conservative. As I said above, I had extremely dark thoughts then and impulsively acted on it. I went over to her parents' house the same day. I was close with her parents. I told them that Riley had cheated on my brother. I also told them that Riley was bisexual. It's been a week since I've told them. My brother is obviously distraught after hearing about Riley's affair. I've cut off all contact with Riley. I've heard from one of our mutual friends that Riley's father no longer wants to speak to her, but her mother is trying to mend the relationship, and Riley is not allowed to enter her parents' house for the time being. Am I the AH? I really should feel more guilty about it, but I don't because of how heinously Riley betrayed my brother. Hey there, I hear you're going through a tough time dealing with your friend's betrayal. It's totally understandable to feel angry and hurt when someone you care about does something like that, especially to your own brother. Now, I get that you're feeling a mix of emotions, from wanting to make Riley feel the pain she caused to your brother, to feeling conflicted about whether you went too far by telling her parents about the affair. It's a lot to process, and it's okay to have these thoughts and feelings. But here's the thing, while it's important to stand up for your family and protect your brother's well-being, it's also crucial to consider the consequences of your actions. Revenge or causing more pain might not ultimately solve anything or bring closure. It might be worth having a heart-to-heart with your brother and other family members to figure out how to move forward in a way that promotes healing and understanding for everyone involved. Remember, seeking support from a therapist or counselor can also be a helpful step in navigating through these tough emotions. You're not alone in this, and I hope things start looking up for you and your family soon. This is a case of two wrongs doesn't make a right. You should have first got the info you could and sit your brother down. He didn't deserve to find out like that. You were way too impulsive and reacted. I understand to an extent. I love my sister more than anyone, so if someone I was close to and trusted would have hurt her, all hell would have broke loose. I understand where you're coming from, but your approach was wrong. I hope your brother's okay? You are the AH for outing Riley, but also the cheating was not your information to do anything with before talking to your brother. What if he wanted to talk to Riley? Try couples therapy? Out her cheating in public? Cheat on her back? You took that choice away from him by acting like you were the one wronged. And no, saying you were defending him would annoy me because Then you think he's not capable of deciding for himself. He's a person and deserved to come first in his relationship, and both you and Riley decided he didn't matter enough. Worldwide comments of the day. 3 stories. One guy has respect for himself and moves on from a cheater while the other 2 had none. Self-respect is the way like a Mandalorian. Last guy really has no love for himself, shaking my head. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.